Hey, what's up, everyone, and Happy New Year. This time of year, everyone making their New Year resolutions and things that they want to do, things that they want to change about themselves to do better. And it's a good thing. But those things also define, like, your entire goals for the year. And it got me thinking, would God want you to do that? Is your resolution in God's will? And in fact, how do we make those decisions like that, even the small ones, in a godly way? And that's what we're going to talk about today. Because in our series, Dealing with Life Struggles, we're going to talk about how me and you can make godly decisions. Hey everyone, welcome to We Desire God Ministries. I'm so glad that you could join us in this lesson. Definitely make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button and make sure you can look at the previous lessons in the playlist section in the channel so you can see everything that we've been doing. Alright, so in this lesson we're talking about decisions, making godly decisions. So what's the first step in making godly decisions? It should be the first step that we do in everything, which is first we got to see God. We got to talk to him, ask him what he thinks. And so for that, we're going to go into James 1:5, which says, "If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given to him." See, when we ask God for answers, he gives us generously. He gives it to us generously out of the kindness of his heart. So it doesn't matter how small or how big. He wants to give these answers to us. He wants to help give us wisdom. He wants to help bring us up and make sure we're walking in the path that he wants us to. So you don't have to be scared. You don't have to worry about, oh, I might get judged or something, or, oh, I don't know if I want to talk to God about this, because you might feel like uncomfortable or anything. Because open arms. He's ready. He's waiting for you to talk to him so that he can give you all this wisdom that he has. So that way you can go through whatever you're going through or make the decision you need to make your life better. Okay? He's always going to be there for you. And that's one of the things that I really like. It is something I got to work on because I don't always go to God when I should go to God. And that's a problem a lot of us face. But it's something that we can get through. And he also makes a promise. It's a promise. So if any of you lacks wisdom, it will be given to you. It will. It's not like an if or but. You never know. It might take some time. He might speak through somebody. But if you ask him, he will do it. It is a promise. You never have to worry about it as long as you believe wholeheartedly that he will. And there are a lot of ways that he does speak to you. Like, sometimes he'll speak to you through a person when you ask him for things. Sometimes it'll be when you're just reading the Bible. You'll just see something. It'll pop in your mind. And it'll shock you. You'll be like, this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been looking for. And you know it was God. And sometimes he might not say anything. It might be no. Sometimes you might have to wait. It might take a while. But remember what it says. You will get an answer. You just got to wait sometimes. You got to be patient. Now, that does kind of lead us into the next point. Because we did just talk about, it's going through others. And that is something that we should do. We got to seek godly counsel. Let's go into the scriptures. It says, "Without counsel, plans fail, but with many advisors, they succeed." Because you cannot do this on your own. This is not something that we can just walk along by ourselves, especially not without God. But you also don't want to be alone without people. You want to have people who can look out for you, who can be there for you, who have experience, who have gone through things that you haven't gone through, or have gone through the things that you're going through, that can give you advice or that can really help you. But you want godly advice. You want people who have been in the Word. You want people who really love God and who really love you. It will tell you straight up what you need to hear, or maybe the scriptures that help them, or what God told them when they were in a similar situation. It might not always apply to you because obviously everyone's situation is different, but it will help you and they can help guide you to be the best that you can be. That's the thing that you should be doing also with your friends. If they're going through something and you have scriptures that you could tell them, you could talk to them. You want to be that godly counsel as well. Because we should be, all the things that it says in the scripture for us to have, you should want to be that for somebody else so you can help them on their journey. That's another decision you want to make too. The decision to be the person to help people make decisions, even though it's hard for us to make our own. And, that's a beautiful thing in and of itself. How, because a lot of times we can be very selfish, but how even in the midst of our shortcomings and stuff, we can go out of our way to help other people, even if we're still going through things. That's just something beautiful. I don't know. That was a little bit on the side that I got for y'all for this message. There you go. But now we got one more thing I want to talk about in this message. I think it's actually pretty important. It's going to be Psalms 37:4, which says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." Now, as it says, you delight yourself in the Lord, He'll give you the desires of your heart. Which means, when you follow everything that God has told you, depending on whatever answer that He is giving you, He will give you the desires of your heart. So, why disobey Him? Why make an ungodly decision to fulfill the desires of your heart when you can listen to God and it is already promised? That is why the point of this one is like, why? Why would you not follow? I know that sounds a little weird. Why would you not follow? I'm not trying to be judgmental. It's just why. Ask yourself this question. Why would you not follow what you've seen in the Word or the answer that He has already given you when you know that it is promised that no matter what, it will end in the desires of your heart, as long as it is godly, obviously. If you're thinking about something crazy, being like the best drug dealer or something, if that's the desire of your heart, you ain't gonna get that, because that's not godly. But if you got a godly desire in your heart, let's say you wanna, let's say you want to cure disease, but let's say there are routes to go that way or to get into the school you want or something that may not be godly. That I don't think that's the way that He wants you to go, especially not if He's already answered you. If you're waiting, or if He said no to something that you asked Him about, don't take that silence as, you got to do something on your own. Take that silence as you need to find another way, or you need to ask God some more questions or dive deeper into the Word. Yeah, I got a little something too. Now, this one goes back to the last point, but I'm connected to this point, okay? Matthew 18:20 says, "For where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am among them." So when you seek godly counsel, God is also in there. I mean, obviously, God is the highest counsel that you can have. So when you seek counsel, you have everybody there. You got everybody on this plane that should be helping you, and then you got God watching over you. Which links back to this point. When you have all those people there, and the one above monitoring it, trying to help you and pour into you, why throw that away? Why do we throw that away? Because a lot of times we do that. Or we will ask somebody, but then we'll go the separate route and we'll do something else. And it's a shame. And it's something that I am guilty of doing. I've grown up in the church, since I was little, but I've still made a bunch of mistakes that I've learned in church. And then it's like, dang, I really shouldn't have done that. Or dang, didn't they tell me about this? But then I've still done it. It's something that just happens to all of us. And it is something that we can fix, that we can change. As long as we make the decision to change and that we strive to change and dive in the Word so that God can help us and strengthen us and give us the power to actually change. And so remember to ask yourself that question, to ask yourself the third point. Why should we do this? Why should you disobey what you know God has already answered? Or as you wait for God to answer, why would you disobey? Now, I hope this lesson has been a blessing to you. I think this one is a little different from what I usually do. It's a little different style, but I think that this was a great message to start the year off on, especially since 2022, we don't know what's going to happen, okay? We're going to be needing God to help guide our decisions, because with the way the world is looking, you're going to be in the dark without God being that light to help shine you through it. Definitely make sure to like and comment, share with family, share with coworkers, share with everybody, okay? We want to make sure that anyone who needs to hear this message hears this message. Greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions on how to make godly decisions, definitely make sure to email preacher1473@manofgodllc.com. We will get back to you as soon as possible to help answer any questions that you might have. Definitely make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so that way you're notified every time that we upload a video. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson.